Bienvenue dans cet épisode du podcast de la grande famille. C'est un plaisir d'enregistrer ce nouvel épisode en présence d'Emma qui nous rejoint sur le plateau. Emma est australienne. Elle est au pair en France pour la 2e année et elle va nous parler de son long voyage et de cette expérience. Bonjour Emma.
Bonjour.
It's a pleasure to host you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
In the podcast La Grande Famille.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasure as well to see the butterfly family growing year after year. You are au pair in France for the 2nd year. You did a long journey from Australia. Can you please tell us how did you decide to be au pair and why did you choose to come in Europe to live this experience?
Well, Europe was always a big dream of mine. It's really the opposite side of the world from Australia. It's really the most exciting. It was the most exciting idea, and also for me, it was always a dream to be able to learn and speak another language, and the au pair experience really was the best way to be capable of doing that. I had never really considered being an au pair earlier on in my life until I had someone bring up the idea to me, and they said that they think that I could be a really good au pair, and I thought, yeah, that's a really great idea. I think I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you studied still high school, and it's the minimum to be au pair to study in high school. And when we finish high school, how we have the feeling and the idea to say, I think I can take care of children all the day in another country, in another language, and so far from my own family. It's always a surprise for me, this willing to go at in a new life, finally.
Yeah, it's a big decision. When I finished high school, I went straight into university. The thought of being an au pair or being into Europe didn't even exist in my mind. I did a year of university. I didn't really like it too much. I think maybe I was a little bit too young, too mature to really commit to so much study. I worked for a little bit and I started to ask myself, what do I want? What do I feel passionate about? And I felt really passionate about exploring the world, about learning new things, learning new cultures. And I had no idea if I was going to be able to look after kids in another language in another country, but you've got to try it to find out if you can. It's a bit of a risk that I was willing to take. And it's worked out really well, so it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it, but we never know before.
Yeah, you've just got to try it, just got to give it a go. And if it doesn't work, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, it's not like you're stuck in it. You can go back home, or, there's other paths, and
Yes. To do this experience, it requires to have some experience with children and childcare. Did you have some before?
Yes, I had a lot of experience in my personal life. I have lots of younger brothers. I have 7 in total. The only girl. I'm the oldest. We're a very mixed family. So I've got 3 brothers, a half brother, and 3 stepbrothers. And I think that also plays a part in how I was able to settle into being an au pair, because through my experience with my family, I had to learn to be open to stepbrothers and to different types of family. So I think that really helped me to be an au pair, because I had an open heart and I was ready to look after some kids.
Your personal family experience. allow you to build adaptability.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I've worked in a few different roles of being a caretaker. So that's also something that I'm really used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, okay. So in Australia, I worked as an assistant in nursing in an aged care facility that specialised in care for elderly people with dementia.
Wow.
Yeah. And I also worked as a support worker for young people with learning disabilities or autism, and I worked with them to help integrate them into the community and to find employment. So,
all right. Mm-hmm. And you didn't have skills, especially in this area when when you decided to choose this job. Mm-hmm. How did you find the resource? Because it requires empathy, and when we have 20 years old, is not something very intuitive.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess caring for people is something that just comes naturally to me, that I was drawn to. At my workplace, I was definitely the youngest to be working there, but I don't know, it felt really natural to me. Just how it feels natural to be looking after kids, I guess. I've lived a lot of my life in being a caretaker.
Okay. How old you were when your parents separated?
I think I was maybe 7 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so quite young.
Okay, yes. And you said that you were the only girls with 7 siblings. How we grew up being the only girl of the family?
It was a very crazy household. Lots of noise. But I think I was also lucky to be the only girl because I had a lot of privileges. As you can imagine, it's hard for everyone to have their own room in the house with so many kids. But because I was the only girl, I was the oldest, I was always allowed my own room. So I did have privileges like that. It was definitely hard at times having so many brothers. But now that I'm older, that I'm an adult, I'm so grateful for it. Mm-hmm. And I think as well, me being in France has made me actually closer to my brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when we're all living in the same house, it's a little bit intense. But having this distance, it means that when I talk to them, the time that we spend together is a little bit more special. Yes. And I think that we talk more.
And how you keep the contact with them now?
Well, it can be hard with the time difference. I think Australia is 8 hours ahead, yes. So it's really different. But with my working hours of being an au pair, it just happens to work out really perfectly where I can call them in the morning and it's the evening for them in Australia when they've finished work or finished school. So we FaceTime regularly and we have a family group chat where we can send photos and little updates and stuff like that.
In Australia, you live in the Sun Coast?
The Sunshine Coast.
The Sunshine Coast.
Yes.
And the Australia is very exceptional for the way of living that we don't have in another place in the world. Mm-hmm. How did you live this experience with France?
I actually find Biarritz to be really similar to where I live in Australia. I think that there's a real culture of surf and things like that that's really similar to my city. I think that it's kind of like the Biarritz is kind of like the Sunshine Coast of France, which I really love. I feel like I'm living the French experience, but it's still familiar to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, there is Biarritz and the French Riviera coast, which can be close to this area and mindset in France, for sure. And do your parents support you in this decision to come in Europe and to live in Europe?
I think at first when I said to them that I wanted to do this, they were definitely very shocked. No one in my family has really done anything like this, so I was the first one to go and do it. Of course, they were really nervous, but also excited. They were sad to see me leave, but now they're really happy for me. They've seen how much growth I've had since being here, and how much I enjoy learning French and learning another culture. So I think that they're really happy for me.
Okay, great. Regarding your au pair life, how long does it take for you to find a balance with this new life? Arriving in a new family, in a new country with a new language, and trust the confidence with kids makes sometimes. Can you explain us your experience around that?
Yeah, well, firstly, I'll say that I was really lucky with my family, and specifically with the kids. They were really open to me when I first arrived, and they were so excited to meet me and to spend time with me. So that definitely really helped. A big difficulty was that I didn't speak any French, like zero, and the kids didn't speak English. So we really had to learn how to communicate without speaking. So that was definitely a challenge, but I think that we learnt how to see the funny side, how to make it kind of humoristic, and to be speaking with the hands and doing all these crazy actions to try and communicate. I think it was really fun, and the kids seemed to enjoy it as well. I think they liked trying to explain something to me. It's definitely strange to arrive and be living in a strange house with another family. But yeah, you just kind of need to let yourself adjust and take the time that you need. And yeah, it just takes time, I think, to really settle in. And yeah.
Does the family help you for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
When I first arrived, we had weekly little family meetings of me and the parents to talk about how I was settling in, how I was feeling, and also how they are feeling. But I think that we work really well together, and yeah, everything went really smoothly.
It's a teamwork.
Yeah, exactly. It's teamwork, and it's also up to the au pair to be able to express really how they're feeling. You have to be very, very honest.
Yes, it's an important point. I think too. Most of the relation is built on the communication and the ability of the au pair to express her feelings. And when we have 20 years old, it's not so easy to be able to do it, even where we are older. But yes, I totally agree with you regarding that. And do you see some difference with the culture between Australia and France around that?
With communication, I think that I think Australian people are a lot more overtly happy and much more expressive.
Yes.
French people aren't really like that, so that was kind of my own little culture shock that I had to deal with. But otherwise, my host family they have the same values as me, where communication is really important. So I think that's another thing to look out for when you're searching for a family, is that you have the same values in communication and you're on the same level.
Yes. Can you give us an example of values was important for you and you have with your family?
Well, definitely lots of communication and really a I needed to find a family of love and openness, because that's what I grew up with. And it does take a family to be open to be able to welcome an au pair, because it can also be strange to have someone living in your house and spending so much time with the kids. It takes an open heart.
Totally.
Yeah.
And yes, I think that one of the challenges also is that everybody can find her home, her just place. And because for the au pair, it's spending times with children, but for the families to be okay with this time and this place they live to the au pair. And even if they are, sometimes even if they're willing, it can take some time to adjust it.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you have a dream before coming in France or in Europe as an au pair, or things you wanted to do, or a wish list you wanted to fill in?
Yes, definitely. I wanted to see the snow.
Okay.
Because I had never seen the snow in my life in Australia, and I achieved that for Christmas last year. I went by myself to Norway.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of snow. I saw the northern lights. I saw orcas, and it was amazing. I built a snowman. I had a snowball fight. It was, that was definitely like a check on the life bucket list.
And you traveled alone?
Yeah, but I made so many friends there because it was for Christmas. So I think everyone there really had the Christmas spirit and was really open to inviting an Australian that had never seen the snow before.
Okay. So snow, that's done.
Yeah. And also with my host family, we went on a ski trip together.
Okay.
And that was for my birthday, actually. So they bought me a ski lesson as a birthday present. So much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So scary. But yeah, that was really amazing. And my family was so happy to hear my experience, because they've never skied before either. So yeah.
It's yes, that's amazing living that with you. Okay. Great. It's yes, it's a good objective, good targets.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And for the coming months, you have some more?
Well, my objective now is really I want to get really good at French.
Okay.
Because, well, this is my second year in France, and I really love it here. So I'm considering maybe in the future continuing studying here.
Okay.
So obviously that requires quite a high level of French. So that's really my objective right now. My goal is to have a good level.
Would you have an advice to people or to young people who want to be au pair? What challenge you had to overcome?
Yeah. Well, okay. Firstly, I'd say like just do it.
I'm going to repeat it.
Yeah.
Which challenge did you have to overcome to be au pair?
I think my own worries and my own anxiety when I was in Australia, because it's such a big decision to go to the other side of the world, and foreign country, foreign family, language you don't speak. I was so nervous about so many things that it almost stopped me. But you just have to surpass that feeling, and you just have to get past that. I think that's the biggest challenge, and it's totally worth it.
Okay. I had one question around this confidence that you require to overpass these fears. Up to you, how what is there something that helps you to find the strengths to take the flight, to say goodbye to your family, to
Oh goodness, I think I already had a lot of strength and independence, being the oldest girl of so many younger brothers. I was already very independent, but at the same time, I always thought that being an au pair and moving to another country and everything, that was something that other people could do. It wasn't something that I could do. But you just have to really work on your self-talk and be like, yeah, I can do that. Other people can do it and I can do it too. Like, you just have to really want it. And yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will keep in mind that to listen to your own talk.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's so important.
Okay. Something you would like to add?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there something you would like to add and to tell us?
Oh, sorry, I don't understand.
If there is something you would like to add and
okay. Gosh, I think also in terms of learning French.
Yes.
Just be ready to make lots of mistakes.
Yeah.
Be ready to kind of be laughed at or whatever. That's just all a part of the learning, and it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Emma.
You're welcome. Thank you.